I decided to do my presentation on author and illustrator Ezra Jack Keats. Jacob Ezra Katz was born on March 11, 1916, in Brooklyn, New York. He was the third child of a Jewish Polish family. His family suffered extreme hardship during the 1930s Great Depression. Early in his childhood, he always excelled in arts. In junior high school, he won an award for drawing on graduating. He also received awards for excellence in arts in high school. Ezra went to the Army in 1943. He spent the remainder of World War II designing camouflage patterns. After the war, he changed his name to Ezra Jack Keats to shield against anti Semitism. He went on to study art in Europe. My Dog is Lost was the first attempt at children's books. It was published in 1960. It was a story about a boy named Juanito from Puerto Rico. He lost his dog and could only speak Spanish. He searches the city and meets children from different ethnic backgrounds. One of the key moments, in my opinion, was when Ezra saw some photographs from Life magazine of a black kid about to get an injection. After that, he decided that to make the black boy the hero in his books. He then went on to create Snowy Day, The Snowy Day. Peter, who that picture emulates, is the main character, and he wakes up to his block covered in snow and went on a snowy adventure, of course. He won the Calder Scott Award in 1963. Since then, he has illustrated over 85 books and has written and illustrated 22 children's classics. Some side notes: in 1970, he was the first children's book author to be invited to donate his papers to Harvard University. Library of Congress Books of the Year Award, Calder Scott Medal Honor, Boston Globe Horn Book Award for illustration, School Library Journal for Best Book. I find him very interesting. I didn't really know that, of course, that much about him as well. But one of the interesting facts is that he has no kids. Being able to be a children's author and write children's book, you have to find what's appealing to those kids, and I think he does a good job. I think as a children's author as well, with him not having any kids, how can you relate to the kids? So I find that very interesting. The other thing that I find interesting is that he uses minorities as a hero in some of his stories. And the other thing is that all of his characters are reoccurring characters. And for example, Peter, I think Peter has been in, if I'm not mistaken, 6 times, I think, 6 books or something. His friends as well. An example would be Jenny's Hat. She comes from a different ethnic background. She's a middle class. I think she's a middle class white girl. She's spoiled, and the reason why I find that interesting is because his characters all tend to have an adventure and come together. The other thing that I like is his drawings, of course. I think his drawings are pretty cool. It's pretty simple, and that's the other thing that I like about him is that he believes in simplicity and directness, which is pretty cool as well. A lot of his books are pretty much straight to the point, so I definitely enjoy reading his books as well.